Do you know if your expensive new solar panels are actually generating the exact wattage printed on the box? To find out, we have to bypass the top-line wattage and measure two specific vital signs independently: the open circuit voltage, or VOC, and the short circuit current, or ISC. Before we begin, you need to gather the correct testing equipment. Grab a digital multimeter rated for at least 10 to 20 amps, a pair of heavy insulated work gloves, and protective safety glasses. Solar panels generate live, dangerous direct current electricity the exact millisecond they are exposed to light. This happens even if the panel is entirely disconnected from a battery bank or inverter. Because the panel is perpetually live in daylight, you must treat those metal terminals with the exact same caution as a plugged-in wall outlet. Doing so is the only way to prevent severe physical shocks or destroyed testing equipment. Step 1. Physically check that your insulated gloves are on and your safety glasses are secure. Look at your multimeter dial. Turn it to the DC voltage setting. Make sure you select the V with the straight and dashed lines underneath it, not the wavy line used for alternating current. Next, check how your probes are seated. The red lead must be plugged into the port marked V or omega, and the black lead goes into the COM or common port. Carefully touch the metal tip of the red probe to the panel's positive terminal cable and touch the black probe to the negative terminal cable. The number you see on the screen is your open circuit voltage. Keep in mind that this specific metric naturally increases slightly as the outside temperature drops. Never accidentally switch your meter to the resistance setting, the omega symbol, while connected to a panel in the sun. Running live power through the resistance circuit will destroy the meter. This open circuit voltage represents the absolute maximum electrical pressure the panel can exert when no electricity is flowing. It gives us our critical first baseline of panel health. Stop right here and physically disconnect both of your testing probes from the solar panel before doing anything else. We have to reconfigure the meter. If you attempt to measure current while your leads are still seated in the voltage ports, you will instantly blow the internal fuse inside your multimeter. Unplug the red lead from the right side voltage port and relocate it to the left high amperage port, labeled 10A. Then rotate the central dial to DC amps, marked by the A with straight lines. Carefully reconnect the probes back to the panel terminals. By doing this, you safely short the panel circuit, forcing the electricity to flow directly through the meter's low resistance pathway. The resulting number on your screen is the short circuit current, or ISC. This specific value is highly volatile and fluctuates directly with the exact intensity of the sunlight hitting the panel. Successfully capturing this current proves your panel actually has the physical capacity to push a volume of electrons under a heavy load. This completes the second half of our health verification. If you are testing multiple connected panels instead of a single unit, these baseline metrics scale according to strict mathematical rules based on how they are wired. In a series connection, panels are chained end-to-end. The total voltage is the sum of each individual panel's voltage, but the current remains restricted, equaling the current of the lowest performing panel in the chain. In a parallel connection, panels are wired side by side. The total current is the sum of all the individual panels' currents added together. The total voltage, however, stays limited to the voltage of the lowest panel in that configuration. Do not attempt to test short circuit current on multiple combined panels without verifying the math. A combined array can easily output 30 or 40 amps, which will instantly exceed your multimeter's 10 amp safety rating. Knowing whether your array is configured in series or parallel is the absolute only way to determine if an aggregate multimeter reading indicates optimal health or a failing component. Flip your physical solar panel over and locate the manufacturer's specification sticker printed on the back. Cross-reference your freshly recorded open circuit voltage and short circuit current numbers against that sticker. Remember to account for slight deviations based on the exact sunlight conditions during your test. This graphic displays the final power formula. Multiply your voltage reading by your current reading to determine the actual maximum wattage currently being produced by the panel. Always remember that electrical work is inherently dangerous. Double-check your meter settings every single time you test, and understand that insulated tools are non-negotiable. You now possess the hard, quantitative data required to prove your solar investment is performing correctly. For your next project step, consult the videos in our Solar Panel Basics playlist.